Hello children, a very good morning. Hope you all are fine. So children, today we are going to start the fourth unit, that is nature. Now, in our previous classes we have learned that nature means what? Yes, whatever we can see around us, that are nature. That means the things which cannot be created by human being is called as nature. For example, rivers, sun, moon, etc. So now air for life. Now air is also what? It is coming under nature. Why? Because we cannot create. That means the human being cannot create air, right? That is nature or natural. Now how air is used for our life? Or we can say that life without air we cannot imagine, right? And we have discussed that living things need air for breathing and to be alive, right? So without air we cannot live. Or living things, both plants and animals cannot live without air. Now we will discuss the lesson, and children, the new words also I will discuss in this same video. You have to copy that in your classwork. Or you can copy that in your workbook if you have. Now air for life. So already you know that air is very important for living things. Now here you can see this boy is asking, this boy's name is Naren. Papa, how does my kite fly so high into the sky? Now, have you ever participated in kite flying competition? Yes. Here Naren is saying that how my kite is flying so high into the sky. Now Papa said, in the same way as the clouds move in the sky. Now children, have you seen the clouds moving from one place to another? Yes, if you will observe closely, you can see that the clouds are moving from one place to another place. Now Naren said, then how does the clouds move in the sky? How do the clouds move in the sky? Now Papa said that in the same way as the boats sail in the sea. Now have you seen a boat sailing in the sea? Or I hope you have seen in the movies, right? Yes. Now Naren said, oh please Papa, tell me clearly. Now Naren is saying that, Papa, don't give me examples. You tell me what is the reason behind it. Okay. Now Papa said that air in motion, that is called as wind. Have you felt wind? Yes. Now Papa said, Naren, air moves all these things. When the air remains still, we can't feel it. But when the air moves, you can feel it. It also moves the things around it. Moving air is called as wind. W-I-N-D, wind. Okay? Moving air is called as, children, wind. I hope all of you have seen a moving tree. How it will move? Yes. Because of the wind only it moves. Or the leaves of the trees also moves because of the wind. Now Naren said, Papa, tell me more about the wind, please. Now Papa said types of winds. So there are different types of winds. Let's see what are that. Now a gentle wind is called breeze. That means in the summer if you will come out, then little wind you will feel, wow, what a wind, right? That is called as breeze. And we enjoy the breeze. When it moves slowly, it is called light breeze. That means gentle wind is called as breeze. That means when the air is moving slightly, you can feel the breeze on your face. Leaves rustle because of the breeze. It is a strong breeze when it moves the branches of the trees. Have you ever seen? Yes, that is strong breeze. B-R-E-E-Z-D, breeze. A strong breeze can turn your umbrella inside out. You can see here. Have you felt this? Yes. Some of the times a strong wind or strong breeze can turn your umbrella inside out. And sometimes what happens, the wind blows very strongly. Then it is called a storm or a gale. S-T-O-R-M, storm or a gale. A storm can uproot trees and poles also. In news you have observed many times, we will be having in some of the places storm uprooted the trees or poles or even houses, right? It can damage the windows of tall buildings too. Okay. Wind has direction. Now children, wind also has its direction. The wind blows in one direction. Okay. As the wind blows, it takes the flying kites its way. So because it blows in one direction, it takes the kites its way. Leaves and branches of trees bend in that direction. Sailing boats sail in the direction of the wind. Now the sailors have to adjust the sails to turn the boat in the direction. That means how the kites flies, how the boat sails, and how the tree bends. Now Naren said, Papa, how can we know the direction of the wind? Now Papa said, take a handful of sand. S-A-N-D, sand. Have you seen sand? Yes. We use that to build our houses, right? Or in the field which are near to sea or ocean, you can see the sand. Lift your hand and drop the sand slowly onto the ground. The direction in which the sand flies is the direction of the wind. Okay? Now, do you have any instrument which shows the direction of the wind? Let's see. This is the experiment, right? By taking the sand on the hands, you can do that. But one instrument is also there. So, what is that? Yes, a wind van. You can see here, wind van. Or a wind van or weathercock shows the exact direction of the wind. You can see here a picture, right? And here N, W, S, E are written. That are the directions. That is N means north, S means south, E means east, W means west. The arrow in the wind van points in the direction of the wind. Then we can know whether the breeze or the wind is flowing towards north, south, east or west. The arrow will show the direction. Action time. Now when a strong wind is blowing, try this. Okay, this you have to try. First run with the wind or later run against the wind. That means in the opposite direction of the wind. You try this too and tell me what is the result. So running against the wind is very difficult because wind has force. Force means what? It will be pushing you in opposite direction. A strong wind can uproot trees from the ground, but this force can be used wisely. That means whatever the energy coming from this, we can use that wisely also. Now a windmill helps us in doing so. Using a windmill we can get electricity from the wind, children. Have you seen a windmill? This is the picture of windmill, children. Okay. So a windmill, that means using the strong wind, we can convert that energy into electricity. A windmill is like a big table fan which rotates. Have you seen a table fan? Yes. In the similar manner it will rotate and it rotates as the wind blows. Now in your table fan we will switch on, right? But here no need to do that. According to the wind it will blow. Now the wind blows. In the olden days, windmills were used to grind wheat to pump water. That means see how much energy this particular winds were having. Now, windmills are used to get electricity or power from the wind. So, these are windmills. Windmill produce power or electricity. So, this is another one which is used to pump water. Here, grinding wheat. A windmill can produce enough power to light 120 houses, children. See, we know that air is present everywhere around us. We breathe air, yes or no, to live. But do you know that the air we breathe can become impure? Yes. So children, as I said you, whatever the air we breathe, that is also not completely pure. Now, impurities in air. What are that? Yes, dust and smoke. Raju is walking on a road where there is lot of dust. Raju's eyes are itching because of the dust and smoke in the air. Now, whatever the vehicles go right in the road, you can see that produces lots of smoke. And dust also rises, right? How does dust and smoke enter air? Dust rises during the dust storms due to moving vehicles on dusty roads. When you sweep the roads also, at that time also what happens? The dust rises from the ground level and enter air, and which makes the air impure. And what else? What about the smoke? Smoke is given out by vehicles, right? I hope all of you have seen that. Like scooters, cars, lorries, all the vehicles. Except cycle or like that. From factory chimneys also. You can see here how much the air is polluted because of the factories. When oil, wood or coal is burnt, air becomes impure or dirty due to dust and smoke. Okay? Air also has other impurities like germs. They travel in air and pass on illness like cough, cold and fever. When a person coughs or sneezes, the germs are spread. So always cover your mouth while you cough or sneeze. You will be saving others from possible infections. We also get fever and cold due to impurities in the air. How do we protect ourselves from this illness? We have to protect ourselves, yes or no? Then what we have to do is, we can protect ourselves by keeping the air around us fresh and clean. How we can do that? Yes, tips to get fresh and pure air. Plant more trees around your house and school. That's why we say that each one plant one. That means each of us should plant one. Always keep the windows open so that the air will flow in and out, which will make the air pure, children. Factories which produce smoke should be shifted away from towns and cities. That means where people are living, that should not be there. Engines of vehicles should be kept clean so that they don't give out smoke. Okay. Now children, here too tasks are there. What are the? Chinnu wants to go to a place where the air is fresh and clean. Help him to find out. Okay, so complete this puzzle. Moving to the next one, make a paper windmill. Can you do that? Let's see. You have to take a piece of paper, cut on the corners, okay, like this with equal size. Then fold the paper to make a wheel. Now take a drinking straw and pin. You can take stick also, small stick, or you can say that small twig also you can take, okay, and pin the wheel to the straw. And your pinwheel is ready to rotate just like a windmill. If you will move forward because of the wind, it will move, children. You can see. Now the average person breathes in more than 3000 gallons of air each day, okay. So this is, do you know? Now once again at a glance, moving air is called wind. A gentle wind is called breeze. Wind has direction. A weathercock or wind vane tells the direction of the wind. A windmill is used to produce electricity. Dust and smoke make the air impure. Impure air also contains germs which causes illness. We need fresh air to be healthy. So these are words such. Rustle means make a soft crackling sound. Itching means feeling on the skin that makes you rub. Infection, already you know that is a disease in a part of your body that is caused by bacteria or virus. So children, after this, read the lesson. Read the lesson like a story, okay? And copy the new words in your classwork or in the workbook.